Another quick update for you. Many of you may have listened to the phone conversation of myself and DC Hancock, which has been released. He was the officer in charge of the case. He's been removed from the case now. He's been removed. Do you know what's concerning for me? Because I just don't trust any of it. I do not trust any of it. I cannot have faith or trust in the police, in their investigation, in any of it. I can't even, most people saying, oh, I think you were set up. And I was like, nah. Now listen to the copper saying, no, I've got the CCTV, so I know where it happened. I now have a recording of a police officer confirming he knows it wasn't accidental. I've got the recording. I'm waiting to hear from my solicitor. But I've got a recording of the police officer in charge of the case, confirming he knows it was not an accident. Why has he not been arrested? Now, you heard the phone conversation with the police officer, DC Hancock. In that phone officer, I say to him, when are you going to interview my daughter? Why have you not interviewed my daughter? Why not? Right? I've been ringing the police since day dot, contacting them. You heard him rubbish me off when I asked that. Well, yesterday afternoon, they contacted my wife, who was asked to come with my daughter to meet a specialist team to then sit and confirm. My wife wasn't allowed to be present. I didn't go. And my daughter had to draw and show and talk through what happened, where she confirmed again that her bum was squidged and squeezed by an adult male. Okay? Now, she confirmed it. If the police have then, now, sat my daughter down again, do you know what they done when they sat her down? They told her all about court. She's fucking 8. Whether that was to try and scare her, who knows, yeah? But they told her about court. If you've sat my daughter down and expressed to her about court and how court works and it should have to be sat in a separate room and all of these things, you've then put video cameras on her and you've sat down and took detailed details about what happened, and you then don't make an arrest of this man, if you still don't arrest this man, yet you prosecute me, yet I'm going to be facing possible prison for the allegation of assault. Like, in reality, who gives a shit? A paedophile grabbed my daughter's ass. He was prevented from leaving. Okay? And all you're trying to do, the spin on this. Now think about this. Imagine I didn't have the recording of my daughter, which I took instantly because I know I have to record things. Yeah? The only fact is I thought I was going into the swimming pool to look for this bloke. Yeah? So I had to record my daughter at 12 minutes past 1 before police were called to Annie Centre Parks. I had to record her. If I didn't have that recording, the headlines, the media, they would all just spun that I've attacked an Asian male. So was this possibly a setup? Would that have been the spin? How bad would they have thought I'd have beat a man up for groping my daughter? The only reason why I restrained him, the only reason why I prevented him from leaving, in which he got a bloody nose, yeah? A bloody nose. In which he got a bloody nose was because there was many children present who were very upset by what was happening. Now, the police wouldn't have... I don't know, man, but I now have on tape. So Mike Graham, please everyone contact Mike Graham and Talk Radio. Mike Graham belittled and politicised and used a sexual assault against an 8-year-old child. Do you know, whilst I'm on this, I'd like to thank those on the left and members of the Muslim community who have seen past my politics, who have seen past any grievance they have with me, and they've recognised this for what it is: a sexual assault on a minor, a young victim, a child. Okay? Nothing to do with me. And so I thank those people who have done that, because I've been contacted actually by Muslims, members of the Muslim community, to say they stand with me on this issue. And they're disgusted, like everyone else, by the police reaction. I hope that as many people turn up outside Luton Magistrates Court on the 2nd of April to show their disgust at the police inability. What have we learned from Rotherham when fathers were ignored? What have we learned when fathers were arrested for trying to prevent the rape of their children? What have we learned? We've learned that Bedfordshire police see it as more important. You heard the copper's words yesterday. More important that Tommy Robinson has given Asian male a bloody nose after he sexually assaulted his daughter. That takes more importance than finding witnesses or seizing phones. Do you know, when there's an allegation, the police have to, under their own guidelines, caution someone. Anything you say may be given in evidence against you. They haven't cautioned this man. They've spoke to him about the incident. They've took a statement off him and they haven't cautioned him. They haven't followed their own guidelines or laws. Why not? Why would they not have done that? Because they turn up and they're more important. Poor Asian man, bloody nose. Who cares if a young English girl was sexually assaulted? Who gives a shit, eh? Certainly not Bedfordshire Police. Certainly not Bedfordshire Police. Their major one priority, let's get Tommy Robinson charged, get him before a court, and let's let the media do what they do, which is completely spin this entire story. Lie to the British public completely. Completely omit the reality of why this happened. And attempt again to send Tommy Robinson to prison. In the next phone conversation, which you'll hear, yeah, I confirm I was arrested for ABH. Okay, ABH. Why was I not charged with ABH? I'll tell you why, because then I get a jury. Then 12 members of the British public decide my fate. Not a judge. Right now, and I confirm with the copper who charged me, who's on the phone. So you dropped it to the lowest possible form of assault. What does that mean? It means I don't get a jury. Does anyone else find it? They talk about my mass criminal history and all these court cases I've had. Does anyone else find it insane that I've never had a jury? How can I not get a jury? Oh man, it's frustrating. It's totally frustrating because you're playing now, not with me, with my daughter. You fucking arseholes. And all you that people apologising for a paedophile. Totally siding with a paedophile. Talk radio. Your employee, whilst making a post about your company, belittled and rubbished the allegation, not by me, by an 8-year-old child who made it very clear what happened to her. But your employee rubbished it because of my politics? Fucking sick.